These two teams have met 27 times. The last time, 27 years ago. And a whole lot has changed since these two programs met as members of the FCS. Stay above 500 after the loss at Colorado a week ago, as typical off the leg.
Accurate, a really good veteran, 7th year playing college football. That sounds like a treat to me, Scott. I'm quite jealous of Joe.
You were almost on the 7-year plan as the first play. Brown, 14 carries, 155 yards on the season, and they'll go to him again. This time not much. It'll be third down for this Delaware squad. On second down, dropped is Nick Minicucci, and that's Sione Moa, the transfer.
Is in at center, starting for the Blue Hens.
And check that. That was Brian Parham who came in with the sack. The PA announcer here at Delaware said Moa as well. I wasn't alone, and a big toss that time for a first down pickup for Minicucci. 64% completion on the season, 50% a week ago against some man coverage. After the penalty of first down, Silver has a crease, makes a cut, gets inside the 15.
On the carry.
Positive yards.
This is his biggest pickup of the season that time. And they'll go back to Joe. Joe almost. It'll be Minicucci keeping it himself and finishing an opening drive for the Hens.
And a lot of different things here. A lot of run, a lot of pass. And Nick Minicucci's a guy.
Second rush touchdown of the season for Nick Minicucci, on for the PAT.
I know Husky Nation's happy to have him back in stores.
And they've got Cam Edwards coming in for Brown. Picks up a few there. Again, it's on first down. Screen passes completed and wrapped up. Under 10 minutes, first quarter. Empty backfield, they'll go to it again. Saw something they liked with Bell, and I think there's a whole lot to like.
We don't game plan for it on a week-in, week-out basis.
Here's Edwards down the sideline, sprinting, staying in bounds, and scoring. Cam Edwards.
What a play. What a game-breaking run. Cam Edwards, a guy that is obviously a big, thick running back, but obviously has the wheels for the UConn team.
Goes 51 yards on the rushing touchdown. Has a 73-yard touchdown on the year, as with 8:48 left to go in the first quarter. And that is up and in.
End for them, so I think they'll be okay today.
Minicucci, he was certainly okay on the opening drive. Okay there. Duplessis, who comes over from Coastal Carolina. Some shuffling going on the offensive line as well, as Silver gets a carry, looking for some space and finds it as he changes directions. Silver, it's a race to the end zone, and Silver wins.
Well, we've seen two major touchdown rushes.
Silver, as Nate Reed puts Delaware up 14 as we go under 8 minutes left to play in the opening quarter. And he rockets one to Juice Vereen. What a name and what a catch near midfield.
Yeah.
Out their opening drive, scored on their last one. And now they put the ball in the hands of Ty.
Little play action pass.
And that's their star, Bell, with the catch inside the red zone, inside the 15. Skylar Bell keeps on the ground. Edwards, nothing doing that time. He picks
it off to Cam Edwards.
Watch John Nider. He split out on the far side, threw a touchdown last week. Now it'll be Fignano trying to do the same, but too much, and I hope everyone's okay down on the field.
UConn's going to try to get 3.
Chris Freeman comes on for the field goal try. Lou Groza Award watch list.
In camp, and
Jakari Kelly trying to wiggle his way across the 30-yard line. A flag comes late.
Come to him. He's having a nice start to this one.
Slinging it. Caught. Wilson, his second catch of.
And that's not a clean winning football play there for UConn.
And it was Tyrese Mills, who knows better, a veteran, a redshirt senior, transferred from Penn State. It's a movement, pre-snap for Delaware. They like to do that.
Split out way wide.
And now it's Ellison's turn. He gets to midfield. It'll be third down and short for Delaware.
Yeah, nice.
So far it's worked, the tune of 146 yards of offense for Delaware. Minicucci has time, releases, and it's caught by The first 15 minutes of action here in Newark. I'm Scott Klatskin alongside Fritz Stuber. On your screen is Nick Minicucci. His team leads 14-10. They're driving to start the second frame. And it's Joe Silver who had a 70-yard run for his.
Make them hard-nosed up at Don Bosco Prep, Scott.
From Midland Park, New Jersey. And now on third down, it's Silver again. And it'll be first and goal to go. Got a lot of day left. 13 minutes left to play in the second. It'll be Minicucci for the second time today.
Second time boogieing in the end zone for Nick Minicucci. I think it's the same play call for the touchdown that he's getting ready to go up 21-10 on the UConn Huskies at home. I mean, what a start to this football game.
Nate Reed on for the extra point. It's up. It's through. Delaware lead. Victor Rosa is the running back on third down and 7. Fignano steps up, throws a laser.
Is a really good rusher for UConn.
They go back to Rosa. Keeps his feet churning, finds a hole, and bursts through for a score.
Yeah, you got a sense there of his burst, what it looks like, and Rosa's able to come in, 2 carries, 2 efficient carries, and obviously this massive touchdown run for the UConn Huskies.
And this isn't some guy that they found.
Are thrilled for that young man.
31-yard touchdown.
And that's a real veteran move by Nick Minicucci to be able to do that.
Looking for Patterson. Nice job there defensively. Break thus far. Looking to stay perfect. Minicucci, that one could have been trouble for Delaware. And here's Fignano. Decides to keep it. Slings it, and that's a first down pickup. He's got Cam Edwards behind him on second down. And Fignano wasted no time to throw. Heaving it down the field to Bell. And it looked like it was going to be a score. Bell tosses 146 yards looking for the score. Now third and 10 out of the gun. Fignano has some time. Now throws. Fires it. Caught at the 30. They convert.
Yeah, they got down the field really quickly here, Scott. Some big chunk plays. The penalty obviously was declined.
And here's Edwards. He did it from 51 yards out to a little easier. UConn takes their first lead.
A lot of things going on here as we get a look at Cam Edwards bringing this one backside.
Still 7:17 left to play in the first half as Freeman will come on after the Edwards touchdown. And Freeman
hats the football.
Delaware needs 3. Minicucci wants more, tossing it up, coming back to get it is Duplessis. He gets it, and a whole lot more than just the 3 needed for a first down. How about a touchdown? Delaware Stadium, 68 yards that time for Kyrie Duplessis.
Again, a really great blitz pickup by Joe Silver, but Kyrie Duplessis to be able to go up in some traffic, come down at a high point with that football.
Saw Bronya come in, amongst others, for Delaware, and
knowing how much he loves X-plays, it could be a two-play possession here, Scott.
It was Duplessis who had the touch.
As UConn's going to shift their defensive line.
Minicucci throws it high, and we've already seen that jumping for catches is no problem. Delaware needs 2 yards. They'll try to get it on the ground. They're going to need a push after contact, and I think it's going to be short. Some more scoring, and Delaware going to come back out onto the field. They need a yard, and they get it. You love Ryan Carty's aggressive nature. Minicucci being pressured this time and get back to the line of scrimmage, but just going back to that fourth down call and
play a little softer to make sure they're not giving up a big play as that one goes to Jakari Kelly for a couple.
More positive note this week. Up 28-24. Fignano goes towards the sideline. Bowman gets out of bounds. Stops
the half here.
Fignano's got one more in him. Steps up. And Delaware trying not to give him time to get it off. Now being chased by Trainer. Tosses it long. It's up in the air. And finally, Minicucci to the air on the first play of the third quarter, and it's Jakari Kelly, who is about as slippery as they get. He is hard to bring down,
and he's executing to perfection here for the Hens.
And sometimes it just needs to go to the hands of Joe Silver, who's up over a third and short here for Delaware on the opening possession of the second half. It'll be Minicucci, and he is hit as he gets to the line of scrimmage.
Who's going to settle in? Who's going to lock in and make a play?
Silver, he's made a lot of plays today thus far for the junior quarterback.
Yeah, and the Huskies are going to need more big plays from Diamande, a leader for them on defense, a guy that's been their vocal voice.
Locke will try to pin UConn deep here. No pressure. It'll bounce, and it'll take a Delaware hop. They got to get to it now, and it should be down inside the 5. It will, so a nice job by in the first half has not returned. Opening possession of the second half for UConn, and Cam Edwards gets some room out to the 8-yard line.
Who's playing well for us?
Manny Rojas, the defensive coordinator for Delaware, as Fignano being pressured, avoids it. Flag is thrown as he scrambles his way. Makes it 2nd down and 10 from the 4. Fignano throwing, and it's caught. 3rd down and 4 for Fignano. He pumps, looks, throws, Bell's open, slips, and incomplete. Delaware gets a stop.
You know, this is the first one today that I think Joe Fignano wants back. He almost kind of...
Minicucci swings it to Ellison, and he dropped it. He had some UConn players come.
You mentioned Eddie Conti. 401 all-purpose yards in that football game the last time the Hens and the Huskies met on the gridiron.
And some offense continues now as Fignano. We're excited to see, and they've got a treat today in a close contest. Fignano looking for his favorite target, Bell. He almost came down with that with one hand. Would have been an amazing grab, but
he's in action here on this big 3rd down.
UConn needs 8. Fignano spins it, knocked around, and KT Say come up with it.
To get another look here. Here's Gavin Moles we talked about right before the play on a blitz. Man, that's...
Wow, what a catch. Yeah. But the drive continues as that was a 3rd down conversion. Now Fignano throws to Bell. He's got room to run at the 40 and drag down. That's a penalty, an easy one.
For loss, something to slow this momentum down.
Back-to-back penalties against Delaware, and now it's Rosa. Ball pops loose, flag down. Malumba picks it up. He's on the run, has the quarterback to beat, and he stays up momentarily before being brought down.
In a real sense there, the Delaware faithful are not happy with this one. I'm not sure where the holding is here. Delaware defense in a big run back.
After the penalty, Fignano finds a man in the end zone, and they take advantage of getting the football back. Delaware picked up a fumble. The penalty gave it back.
And you're able to get 6 there, going for 7.
Chris Freeman's on for the extra point at 5:05 in the 3rd quarter.
And for Nick Minicucci.
Wilson had 2 catches a season ago. They were both for touchdowns. Silver knows something about TDs. He has one already today.
And if you're UConn, you're hoping for a timely sack by Omar Diamande and company here.
Here's Ellison with Silver on the sideline, at least momentarily, and Ellison.
But, you know, we're getting to the late hours here, the 3rd quarter. You'd like to see Delaware be able to get a chunk play, an X play here.
Ellison trying to provide that, as he was unable to provide the block for Minicucci on the last play.
Towards the backfield.
Minicucci will fake the give to Silver. What a play defensively. Half lead. Minicucci rolls out, throws, pass caught, 1st down, Delaware. Another conversion for Delaware as we go under a minute, 3rd quarter. Minicucci again, high for Duplessis. Duplessis again. As Minicucci and the Delaware offense have a 1st down. Joe Silver, can he find pay dirt again? He will!
What a way to close out the 3rd quarter. Joe Silver, patient run here.
Day, and this time it's from 18 yards out.
Yeah, a little back action there as Joe Silver is patient there.
Hold, Reed will get it up and through. 35-31, the score is behind Fignano, who's under center. Cam Edwards gets a touch. He slips prior to the goal line. It's Fignano to the air this time, and it's caught. A touchdown for UConn to retake the lead. It gets a touchdown instead, and back and forth we go in this one as UConn with the extra point. Now it's the Huskies on 2nd down. It's Ellison. Ellison shifting and picking up the first down for the Hens.
Yeah, this is a nice
Years, and it's been worth the wait. Minicucci, some pressure coming. Steps up, and a flag is thrown as he passes. And it'll be second down and 19 as Minicucci will step up high for Duplessis. And he's not brought down quite yet, still on his feet, and that's first down yardage. Way to not give up on the play. Gets all of second down and 19. Here's Minicucci. Wilson this time, spin cycle. And that man, Nick Minicucci, thrown for 230 yards. A look to add to it here. Lofts one, and again.
That might be a boomerang.
Kelly goes in motion on third down. Minicucci looking, pumping, throwing, diving, incomplete. It's Sessoms to tie the score. Reed from 47 has it up, but Vignano spirals, and Bowman with a first down pickup for put it on the ground. Cam Edwards has had a heavy workload today.
They need a ball on the ground. They're saying to themselves, hey, we need to step up and make our big play and not let Joe Vignano move the ball all the way down the field on us.
No turnovers for either team today. Ryan Carty is 20-0 and winning the turnover battle as head coach at Delaware. Here's Bowman, his first carry of the day.
A really nice safety for the Blue Hens. They're going to need those guys to make some plays in space here.
Edwards for the 20th time, and he picks up a first down, grinding his way for a little bit more.
Is in crunch time.
Khalil
in the play.
Third down. Edwards gets hit, stood up. Delaware makes the stop. Vignano on fourth down to the tight end. It's caught reaching for the stick, and he's short. At home, hosting an FBS opponent for the first time since the 80s, will have the Rock and a chance to takes a snap to start the drive. He's hit hard. I don't know how he held on to that. We are in for a finish. It's second down and 19. 2 minutes left. Minicucci being pressured, steps up, dragged down. That's back-to-back sacks. Third down and long. Minicucci steps up. He's going to tuck, but nowhere to go. Just trying to jump towards the out of bounds to make 40 seconds left. Down 3. Minicucci has time. Tosses. That could be a penalty, and it is. Cam Chadwick early.
This is a unique and fun environment here. We do see the early there by
1:24 left to play. Down 3. Minicucci across the field to his favorite target of the day. Duplessis and the Hens are into UConn territory.
TB here as we get a look at a really great pass here by Nick Minicucci. Lays it in the basket as Kyrie Duplessis goes up top. And, hey, Reed.
Minicucci taps his feet, throws it high, and nearly intercepted. Broken up by Wilson that time. It's the guy that Hens looking to add to that number. They swing it to Silver, and what a tackle in space. Who else? Damon Brinson.
Yeah.
Minicucci throws to an open man. It's Ellison, and he's close to a first down. Going to be a yard shy for unit right now from this distance. Minicucci going to get it for Delaware.
He gets it. The clock stops with 17-16.
They'll put it on the ground for Silver. Kick is up to tie the game and send it into overtime. Nate Reed sends it to OT.
And this place is absolutely rocking, Scott. I think that got over by
6 yards to go in overtime. Back-to-back weeks for overtime for UConn. And getting inside the 5 is
huge completion there. Brings up first and goal.
Edwards was denied from 2 yards out. It's Vignano throwing to the tight end. Bobbled this time. And goal from the 2. Bell in motion. Vignano looking, pressured. And down he goes!
Hall great pressure right away. He's looking to get to Bell in a crosser, unable to do so.
It's Chris Freeman, 3 of 4 this year on field goal tries to give UConn an overtime lead. And UConn, 6 would win it. They'll start with Silver. He's got some room. And push hour in overtime. Silver motions. Minicucci will pick up the first down. A little extra push. A touchdown wins it. And it'll be Minicucci again. This time UConn is there. Silver in motion for a third time in a row. It's Minicucci. This time he finds the end zone. Nick Minicucci wins it for Delaware. Welcome back. FBS football inside at Delaware Stadium. The blue and gold victorious. Let's watch it again. And again if you're Blue Hens faithful.
Well,
Minicucci.
It's something we saw all day. They love running Nick Minicucci down.
What a day. It took decades to have FBS football back in this stadium. FBS on FBS, 1989. An FBS opponent inside of Delaware Stadium. A rivalry renewed. A win streak extended. This is the 6th in a row for Delaware.